All right, you guys, today we are going to look at how DNA, chromosomes, and genes are organized within the cell and how they are organized differently in reproductive cells compared to human body cells, so all the other cells in your body. So first, I want you to take your piece of paper, take a blank piece of paper, and lay it horizontally, long way, side to side. Once you've done that, I'd like you to divide it in half, the long way down the center, or from top to bottom, and then divide the left half in half. And as I'm going, feel free to pause at any time you need to pause. I will keep drawing, but you have me on a video, so you can pause me if you need to catch up. All right, the first step is going to be to draw a giant egg cell over here. These are going to be our reproductive cells over here. So I might even label this reproductive cells. Okay, so these two cells on this side will be our reproductive cells. This one will be our egg cell. And down here I will draw an oval. I'm going to give my oval a tail because this is a sperm cell. So these are the cells that are used to reproduce offspring. Females have the egg cell and males have the sperm cell. But each gender has only one type of reproductive cell. So we know that the organelle inside cells that holds DNA is called the nucleus. So I'm going to have you draw a giant nucleus in the center of each of these. Normally a nucleus was fairly small in the middle, but for the purposes of our drawing, I want you to make it as large as possible and label it nucleus. And then same with the sperm cell, and label it nucleus. All right, so once you have that, now it's time to draw in the chromosomes. And in reproductive cells, there are only 23 chromosomes in each cell. So an egg cell has 23 chromosomes. We are going to represent our chromosomes with dashes. So I want you to choose one color and draw 23 dashes in the center of the nucleus. And label those chromosomes. And same for the sperm cell, except now we're going to do this in a different color. With my marker, I'm not able to label these 1 through 23, but I would like you to label them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, all the way through 22, and I'll show you what to do with that 23rd number here. Go ahead and draw in your 23 for your sperm cell. And go ahead and label those 1 through 22. And this last one, I'd like you to label this for the sperm cell. I want you to label it as an X or a Y. And up here for the female, I'd like you to label that last one an X. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 through 22. And this last one here is an X all the way through 22. And the last one is an X and a Y. And we will come back to that in a few minutes. So we know that in order to make a baby human, an offspring, the sperm and the egg need to join together. So now we're going to draw what the actual cell, any other human body cell, would contain. So on the right hand side, I want you to draw a really big circle And inside that circle, or above that circle, I want you to label this body cell. And we know that body cells can be skin cells. We know they could be muscle cells. Sorry, I'm trying to write inside a really small box here, you guys. They might be nerve cells. They could be, I already said skin, muscle, nerve. They could be bone. They could be blood. So any of the different types of cells that we've already learned about, those are the types of cells we're talking about here. So those are our body cells. And our body cells also have a nucleus on the inside. So we're going to draw our big nucleus on the inside and label it nucleus. And on this one, because we now have this body cell was created by combining an egg cell and a sperm cell, we are going to draw with both colors inside this egg cell. So inside here, I'm going to go around the edge and draw in 23 purple. And I'm going to partner those purple chromosomes with an orange one. And now I'd like you to go ahead and label these. There are 23 pairs or 46 total chromosomes in every given body cell. So label these 1, 2, 3, 4. And then that last one, we are going to label gender chromosome. Okay, so yours hopefully will fit better because you are drawing on a piece of paper with pen or pencil or colored pencils. These markers are a little tight on a small whiteboard. I apologize for that. So next, I want us to look at what do these chromosomes look like if we are looking really up close at them. So to draw one pair of chromosomes, I want you to draw it in the center. We are going to draw what looks like two, I think they look like plane propellers, and I want you to give them some stripes. Okay. So each of these that you just drew, these are chromosomes. So I am going to do one of these fun little fancy deals and label that a chromosome. Okay. And your chromosome is made out of DNA. That's all coiled up tightly. But parts of your DNA are called genes. And you have genes on both chromosomes. So I'm going to color this one here, and sometimes those genes match and sometimes they don't match. Sometimes they're a little bit different from each other. So I want you to go ahead and draw in, color in your stripes. There's my matching genes. So each of these little sections, I would like you to label those a gene. So this little section here and this little section here, those are called genes. And genes can be small, they might be a little bit bigger, but genes are a part of the chromosome, and each gene codes for a particular trait or part of a particular trait. So this gene right here might be the part of the chromosome that tells you that you're going to be able to roll your tongue, or several genes together might be the genes that tell you what color hair you're going to have. Now, all of that is DNA that's been twisted up into a tiny little package. So I am going to show that this is made of DNA by showing kind of like one of those magnifying glass things. So this is a zoom in, and I'm going to draw in the DNA right here to show that it's made of DNA.